hope you're doing well today. I am sorry for the way my room looks. I have a lot of things in here, but not everything. But the things that I need for day-to-day living is in this room. It's getting chilly, so I had to bring my sweaters and hook them up on a hook there because I don't have room in the closet. These are my shoes. Yes, I have a lot of shoes. There's 3 boxes right there with my favorite boots in, and on top is another pair of boots. And then throughout the room, casually organized in cubby areas where you won't trip over them. And then to my right over here is my table with laptop. I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys today. I feel like today I'm struggling still. I don't know if my hot flashes are from my menopause because I had surgery. I think that because I've taken my estrogen lately, they refilled it for me, and I've been taking it and I still get these hot flashes. And when I just started talking to you and just started saying how I'm still struggling today, I got a extreme hot flash. Very hot. I don't know if it was coincidental or what, but yeah, I'm still going through some mental pain, if you want to title it that. I woke up, I actually went to sleep around 3 a.m. and I woke up at, I think it was 10:30 this morning. And this lack of sleep is really getting to me. Today is day 1, 24 hours after my shoulder injection, and it's still hurting. Not tremendously bad, but it's still hurting. So I'm stressed about that because my next step is MRI. And I know what that's going to show. Just like my other tendons, I will need surgery. When something's hurting in your body like that, if medicine doesn't fix it, meaning inflammation and things like that, then usually it's surgery. I'm mentally stressed, and I'm still working on it. And when you're in a position like me and you really just don't want to take medication, it's a lot of healing, intense, deep healing. I will probably go back outside today. It's pretty. I don't know if I'll read or not. I probably will, but outside does help me. And this time I might go out barefoot. Well, let me back up. I'm not going to walk in that sharp grass barefoot. I'll probably go out in my chair and slide my shoes off and put my feet on the ground. I hadn't done that in so long. My oldest daughter is the only one that's going to come over today. My second daughter is going to a Halloween spook house. I still have not been in one. I'll be 56 this January, and I've not been through a spook house. Haunted house. Well, let me back up. I have in a really true haunted house, but not like for Halloween. And I enjoy things like that. So one year, I hope I can do that. I have been searching or trying to feel my way into ideas of trying to heal myself and to occupy myself. Anything that will make me happy. That's the whole point of life, is that you're happy. Being awake last night, knowing that I couldn't sleep, I gave up and got my laptop out and sat on my bed, and I typed away on my book again. I'm on page 25, I think, and I'm not done. I have skipped around in my life in this book of things that I really didn't feel important to discuss. This may be a very short book, and I'm okay with that. I am now talking about my visits from extraterrestrials and, well, human souls also. I need to get my little diary journal thing out because in the beginning I was writing them all down because I wanted to remember. The big ones I remember, but all of them, including the small ones, is what I struggle with. So I'm kind of excited about that. So I hope to finish that soon. I might fiddle with it tonight, depending on if I can sleep or not. And I'm kind of anxious to get it out there and publish it. I think, if I understood right, this girl that I know she goes through Amazon to create her book and sell it. And I'm like, what? I feel that's awesome. Uh, I've always wanted to write a book about my life. But growing up, I should say, I started thinking of this in my early adulthood. And I got where I would stop and think, who would read about my life? And then now with these ETs being around me and stuff, I don't think that way every time. Because when I do, I'm like, but wait, I have something really interesting in my life that they may be curious about. So that is what's keeping me going. It might end up being 30 pages, maybe. I'm not sure. I just remembered I'd have to do a introduction, I think. I really wish I had a scooter. I really wish I had a scooter. If I had a scooter at this moment in time, I would be scooting around. I would be living the dream. If that is what you call a dream. I can't afford one. I don't have a job. And I don't want to take my car from my daughter, although I do, but not all the time. And I'll have to keep it tonight. But I feel as time goes on, after I have lost the Durango, I thought I'd be okay. I thought that, well, I could step outside in the backyard and I'll be fine. Well, I've come to realize it takes more than that. I want to mingle with people. I want to go to Walmart when I want to go to Walmart. Why? I don't know, because I don't have money, but it's an idea. I would for sure scoot around town and, well, I should say neighborhoods, because I don't think I would drive out in the street on a scooter, but I would drive to the park. I would go to a restaurant and get some food, go somewhere and eat it. I am bound to this house, I feel like. It makes me want to work harder on my YouTube channel. It makes me toughen up and get things done, if that makes sense. I feel maybe that this is what I need to keep me going, to keep trudging on, so to speak. I didn't have a visit last night. I feel like there was a moment or two where I felt something pushing on my back. It was lightly pushing, where it made me second guess, oh, that must be me. And then I felt a really firm one, and I'm like, okay, that's not me. But I looked behind me, I didn't see anything, and it eventually stopped. But I thought that was weird because I wasn't even sleeping. Which now, it's odd because I now have visits while I'm not even taking my sleeping pills yet. Speaking of that, I'm sure I told you, I will refresh you. I had told my bed thumper that they need to ask for their guides on help them cross over, go to the light, heal themselves, and be happy. I haven't felt him thump on the bed since. That makes me happy. Although I will kind of miss it in a way because it was different, but he needed to go across. He needed to cross over and start being happy. I'm sure him being stuck in this dimension that he was in wasn't making him happy at all. And I feel like that's why he came to me, is so I could help him. And that itself, saying that out loud, is so crazy to me, to think that here I am, this starseed in a earth human body crosses these souls over. I stop and I think, how could I be that important? It's very difficult. But then I snap out of it and I say, you are important. Stop it. So, I mean, it does help to say that. Stop it. You are important. Nobody else has done that to me. I was watching a video before I started this, and it was about fathers supporting their sons, and they were very young sons, and they were encouraging them and saying how proud they were, and just being there as a true, honest, devoted dad. And I started tearing up because I never had that from my dad or my mom. Anybody, for that fact. There was nobody in my life who's ever said that. It made me tear up. And as I've stated the other day, I keep wanting to cry. I know it's a release, but I feel from my childhood, crying was a sign of weakness, and it made my abusers feel victorious that they made me cry. But being an adult, I do know that crying is a release of negative emotions, and it's difficult for me to start crying. Last night, I don't know what I was doing, but I teared up last night and shut it down pretty quick. Monday, I'm calling a therapist and setting up a schedule, an appointment to go see them. I'm hoping that will help me. I feel stressed out. I had to stop and think a lot lately. How exactly am I feeling? Am I feeling sad? What is this emotion? I don't know this emotion's name. And I really have to stop and really feel what I'm going through. I hope this is making sense to you. I mean, it makes sense to me what I'm trying to say, but not everything makes sense that comes out of my mouth. And sometimes it's kind of embarrassing. As soon as my YouTube is monetized and I get a steady stream coming in of income, I think the first thing I'm going to do is go rent to own or buy a scooter. I don't think you rent to own a scooter. Go buy one. They're fairly reasonable. I've seen them brand new for $3,000. And I don't need anything fancy. The only thing that I need is something that I don't need to straddle. If I throw my leg over, it's going to cause an issue. But this scooter that I want, you just step in it and your feet rest on a little, like a floorboard kind of thing in front of you. You don't have to straddle anything. And I'm like, yes, that's for me. I want that. I really do. It's a pretty cool looking scooter. But I will tell you that I need to go somewhere. I need to... It's not a vacation. It's a mental-cation, if you want to say that. I feel like I would like to go somewhere alone and be alone at the time that I walk out in wilderness and just melt away in it. I would love to go in some woods and meditate. I would love to go on a mountainside and sit on a cliff and just view the beauty. I feel like that will heal my soul, because the surroundings I'm in right now, including the people, are not helping me. One day, very soon, I hope to be able to walk around the block or walk to the park. It's very hard for me to walk that long length of a distance, but I would like to try. Even though it causes me pain, at least when I get there, I can sit and talk to you. And you can go along with me on the walking to get there. I know that didn't make sense, but I'm sure and hope that you understood. But yeah, I want to do something exciting and wholesome and healing for myself. This normal face that you're seeing right now, the one that looks like they're okay with life, and maybe there's some form of happiness behind the scene, but I do that for my YouTube. When I'm not doing my videos, I'm struggling pretty bad. And Kong, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I cannot do the chat thing today. I don't have it in me. My attention span is very short, and it's very hard to concentrate. But yeah, for those of you who do not know, me and Kong chat sometimes. We talk about Buddhism, among other things, spirituality. He sends me pages from books to read about Buddhism, and he wants to talk about them and such. In the past, I've been so happy to do that. And I'm okay to do that now, but mentally, I'm like, no, I can't. You can't right now. And I cannot let that make me feel bad, because I'm trying to protect my health and my happiness, and trying to stay away from things that I feel pressured in. Not that you're pressuring me, Kong, but when you're not in a good mental health, you feel like you have to force yourself into certain circumstances to please other people. And I hope you don't take offense to that, because that's not what I'm saying. It's like, this might not fit with the scenario, but it's like a mother fixing to go give birth. They don't want to go through it. They just want the baby here, right then and there. No pain, no pushing. But it doesn't always work like that. So, okay, I'm going to end this here. I love you guys tremendously, and I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.